Good afternoon and welcome to the final game of our triple header here on Field 2 as the Manatee Impact and the DeSoto Queens go to battle to wrap up what's been a kind of rip-roar and action-packed day here. The games have been tight until they haven't, but now we'll see how both of these squads do. The Queens enter 1-0, the Impact 0-1. Queens beat the Skeeters yesterday 6-3. The Impact dropped a game to the Slice 12-5. Glad that you're here. Gray Robertson back in the booth hanging out. It's just me. I'm scoring, doing all the things, keeping the book, etc., etc. And we want to hear from you throughout the broadcast. So hit me up at Gray, Gray_Robertson on the Twitter, at Gray_Robertson. We will shout you out. It's not just random social media interaction. We will literally shout you out because friendship is fun, and I would like to hear from you during the games. The Queens are coached by Ashley Treeweiler, and at 1-0 on the summer, here's their starting lineup. Lauren Fox, the second baseman, will lead off. Gwen Hall, the left fielder, bats second, with Rayleigh McKinney, the right fielder, hitting third. Hope Jordan, the third baseman's in the 4 spot. Taylor Davison, the catcher, bats fifth. Jamie Sepsic, the shortstop, will hit sixth, with Ava Metz, the first baseman, batting seventh. Avery Dockery, the pitcher, hits eighth. Jordan Marola, center field, bats ninth, and Ashlyn Van Meter, the extra hitter, will hit 10th, and they'll take on, in the circle, Brianne Bunsick from Western Carolina, freshman last year out of Morristown, Tennessee, through 82 innings with a 5.95 ERA a season ago for the Catamounts. And she is, as I double-check to confirm, making her Summer League debut. Did not throw yesterday. She'll hit for herself, too. And the first batter she'll face is Lauren Fox. First pitch away, and we're off and running here at Field 2. First pitch at 2:26. 2:26, your first pitch time. Lauren Fox out of Syracuse, standing in. Yesterday was 1 for 1. Fouls that one off, 1-1. Fox, a sophomore last year, from the state of Michigan, out of Syracuse, where for the Orange she hit .247 this past season. That's a ball, 2-1. And a swing and a miss. Good start for Bunsick, one down. Defense for the Impact looks like this. Robertson in left, Towery in center, Smith in right. Over to second base, Coates has it, one down. Infield is Mitchell at third, Chisholm at short. Coates, who just made that play, at second. Boring at first, and Russell behind the plate. 2 down here in the top of the first. And here's Rayleigh McKinney. Got crossed up there, 0-1. McKinney is absolutely outstanding. Yesterday was 1 for 2 with a single, but she comes in with a really impressive season on her ledger this past year, and now she's got a fly ball to right. And we'll go over her accolades next time because Bunsick just worked out a very quick top of the first. McKinney flies out, bottom of the first upcoming as the Impact Bats get their first crack. That's next here on Field 2. To the bottom of the first, and here is the starting lineup for Ashley Prange's Impact. The Manatee Impact 0-1 on the summer. Emma Robertson, the left fielder, leads off. Brittany Bunsick, the pitcher, bats second. Harley Chisholm, the shortstop, is hitting third. Batting fourth is Autumn Russell, the catcher. Megan Towery, the center fielder, bats fifth. Mackenzie Smith in right hits sixth. Batting seventh is Jayla Mitchell, third base. Calissa Coates, the second baseman, bats eighth, with Sammy Linhair, the extra hitter, hitting ninth. And Kaylin Boring, first base in the 10 spot. And a quick 0-2 on Robertson from Avery Dockery out of Florida State. The tall righty out of Tallahassee. Hometown is Pennsylvania, Hilltown to be exact, but she redshirted this past year for Lonnie Alameda. And already this summer has logged a little action. 2 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, no Ks in the opener yesterday. Called strike 3. Pulled the string, and there's 1 down. Defense for the Queens is as follows. Left field, it's Gwen Hall. Center field is Jordan Marola. Right field, Rayleigh McKinney. Infield, left to right, Jordan at third, Sepsic at short, Fox at second, Metz at first, and Davison behind the dish, catching the balls and strikes for Dockery. Brittany Bunsick will try and help herself out. Not seen Bunsick at the plate yet this summer. She worked a pretty clean top of the first in the circle. Had 7 RBIs this past year for Western Carolina on 3 hits. And quickly down 0-2. Bunsick stays alive. And back up the middle. It's a nice job by Bunsick fighting off a bunch of 0-2s and getting the one she wanted. Nice little 1-out single to set the table For a little Knoll on Knoll crime. Harley Chisholm out of Florida State. Taking on her Seminole teammate. Chisholm showed bunt. It was a ball. Chisholm yesterday was 2 for 3 with a run scored, couple singles. Takes a called strike there. Oklahoma native, Weatherford, Oklahoma to be exact, Harley Chisholm. Top 20 recruit in the 26 class, redshirted this past year. So you got a battle of two kids who've done the proven formula for Lonnie Alameda. We've seen a bunch of really good players redshirt their first year in Tallahassee, come to the FGCL, and really get it moving. Bella Ruggiero, Michaela Edenfield. Good fight off by Chisholm. And another foul ball. Another one. Almost as if these two have some familiarity. Chisholm still fighting off Dockery. It's gotten a little bit more complicated after that early strikeout of Robertson. Runner goes. It was a ball. The throw will not be in time. Stolen base for Bunsick. And a 2-2 count on Chisholm. Another foul ball. Gosh, let's see how many pitches this has been. This will be the 9th pitch of this at-bat for Harley Chisholm. Beautiful day here at Palmasola. A couple clouds. Little breeze, nothing too dastardly. Foul again. This will be pitch 11 from Dockery to Chisholm. The payoff. Ball 4. That is a heck of a plate appearance by Chisholm. You want to talk about working a walk. Absolutely earned that. Dockery threw just about everything she had in the arsenal, and now Autumn Russell out of Western Carolina will have 2 on, 1 out. She was 0 for 1 yesterday, a well-hit ball out to right. Blue Ridge, Virginia native, freshman last year for the Catamounts. Can sing and knows everything about Disney. I have a couple questions. Might prove to a test. We'll see. Too far in, 2-2. Dockery hasn't quite been able to hit her spots inside to the righties. It's become a pretty taxing inning. This will be her 25th pitch with 2 on and 1 out. Payoff. Bases loaded. Good patience by the impact hitters. They are being very secure in their plans. And Megan Towery has an opportunity to really make a statement here in the first inning. Towery yesterday had some boom or bust ABs, was 2 for 4 with an RBI, struck out twice, had a pair of singles. Last season, she was an all-star for the Impact. Junior last year for Belmont Abbey. Had 46 RBIs and 13 homers in her college season. Led the Impact in runs driven in last summer. Bases loaded, 1 out. Dockery now fully trying to work out of a jam. Two and out. All right. Green light for Towery. Ooh. Thank goodness she did not go after that one. It's well inside 3-0, and now Dockery's got to throw a strike. No other option, nowhere to put her. Breeze has picked up just a little bit. There's the necessary strike, 3-1. Towery out to center field. That'll get all the way to the fence, and look out. 1 run will score. Chisholm comes in. Russell holds at third. They're on the corners, and the Impact has a 2 spot here in the first inning. Man, what a good at-bat by Megan Towery. Worked the count, got what she wanted, found the weak spot in the defense. And it's 2-0 already. Ashley Treeweiler, the great from Grand Canyon, after starting her career at Santa Clara. She's the head coach for the Queens. Ashley Prangy is the head coach for the Impact. And here comes Coach Treeweiler as we switch to the first base cam, just to show you that we have that. So first and third for Mackenzie Smith, 2-0 Impact, and an opportunity for the portaler from Indian River State. Mackenzie Smith scored a run yesterday, drew a walk in her lone plate appearance. Was thinking bunt, pulled it back, it was a strike. Now if you're Docker, you're just trying to preserve. Limit the damage as much as you can. Change up, popped up. Is it deep enough? We'll see. Out towards right. And they are going to try it. The throw home is way in time, and that'll do it for the inning. Good throw by McKinney. It didn't help it was shallow, and the momentum was favoring a play at the plate. And it's only 2 for the Impact. Defense helps out Dockery, and we'll see if the offense can back her up in the second on the other side. Four, 5, 6, and now Briony Buncic is pitching with the lead. Jordan Davison and Sepsic set to hit for the Queens here in the second inning. Buncic, strikeout, ground out, fly out, got him out in the 3 major ways. Now Hope Jordan will lead off. The College of Central Florida player who's back in the FGCL. She was on the rodeo last summer. This past year for College of Central Florida hit .354 with 45 RBIs and 9 home runs. Yesterday, Jordan did not record an official at-bat. So an opportunity here in the second to set the tone for her offense as they try and claw back against Buncic, who was very efficient in that first inning. Just took 8 pitches. That one low, 1-1. Let's get to know Briony Buncic a little bit more and pull out her file, as we mentioned, out of Tennessee, Morristown to be specific. Freshman at Western Carolina last year. She was SoCon all-freshman selection. Loves to watch. Nyjah Kennedy, good pick. Jordy Fromm, good pick. Maya Johnson, good pick. And when I asked her hobbies, she listed a bunch of water-related things. Wakeboarding, surfing at the lake. So wake surfing, I assume. Which is good. My mom can do it. I cannot. I fall. Beach volleyball, any ball sport. And this is a challenge. Can out-eat anyone. Have literally never lost a food eating competition. That's what Briony said. So you're on. Pick the food, I'll be there. Unless it's something gross. 3-1 to Hope Jordan. And the count runs full. This is in foul ground and on the run. Ooh, how about that? Kaylin Boring, it I think rolled out of her glove, but she secured it with the hand. And there's one away. Right up against the dugout, too. And that clears the deck for Taylor Davison, currently in the portal, coming from Syracuse. Second year in the FGCL for her after playing with the Circus last summer. Yesterday, to start her 2026 here in Florida, was 0 for 2. Davison in the air to left field. Catch made, 2 down. And in steps Jamie Sepsic. Sepsic did not have an official at-bat yesterday, so her first action this summer. State College of Florida product. Wind really starting to pick up. Freshman last year from Lake Wales, Florida. Has a twin brother. Had 44 RBIs this past collegiate season. Did that in 167 ABs, 488 OBP. Slow roller to short, and it's booted. Chisholm was in position. And then I think just it squirted away from her. 2-out base runner. First error of the ball game for either side. First opening for the Queens and Ava Metz. Metz yesterday was 1 for 3 with a run scored. Had a double as well. A little late on that swing. Walter State. Incoming freshman out of Cumming, Georgia. Going to play for Coach Brittany Purser, the head coach for the Slice here in the FGCL. Just missed, 2-1. Brini Bunsick. Hair outside on the change, 3-1. Just over 20 pitches. That was number 21 for Bunsick. It was an 8-pitch first inning, so efficiency still drawing top marks, and frankly, this inning should probably be over, but an E6 has extended it. Let's check Twitter and see if anyone is active so far. Nope. Hit me up, @Gray_Robertson. We'll shout you out. Maybe I'll give you something. I don't know. I did in the first game. It took bribery. There's a walk. 2 on, 2 out. an error and a walk, and now Avery Dockery can do that old help yourself out thing. She gave up a pair of runs in the first. She can change the dynamic of this game big time here in the second. Yesterday was 1 for 1 with a run scored. Smoke to left field. Sepsic holds, bases loaded. First hit of the day for the Queens, and that is exactly what Dockery needed. She'll pass the baton to Jordan Marola. Marola on the summer is 0 for 3 with a run scored. Looking for a new home from Pasco Hernando, sophomore last year out of Land O'Lakes, Florida. Buncic trying to get out of this inning that has just kept going. Good to see her pound the strike zone. Oh, that's a wild pitch, but not far enough for anyone to advance. Maybe a bit of a lucky hop because it was so wild. To the left of the catcher, Russell, and then got a good hop back. Smart base running by Sepsic not to force the issue. One. She went. Good spot, no chase, 2-2. Foul out and a fly out, then an error, a walk, and a single. It's giving the Queens a chance in an inning that felt like it was going to be quiet, similar to the first. Foul ball. We continue. Also, another reason I want tweets, I obviously cannot watch it, so I would love to get updates from the viewers on the Alabama-Oklahoma Men's College World Series game as well. Roll Tide. Boys back for the first time since the 90s. All right. Do or die pitch, full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. Time called by Russell. Let's see the plan. Jordan Marola, Bree Buncic. Bases loaded, 2 outs, the payoff. She went. And a beautiful spot, too. And Buncic, after all the drama in that inning, gets out of it with a 0 on the board. We go to the home half. Impact to look to add to their lead. 2-0 here on field 2. Bottom of the second, 7-8-9. Due up for the impact, Mitchell, Coates, and Lindhair. And a quick out. That was easy. Jalen Mitchell lines out to second, one down. We do have a guest in the press box, Devin Flaherty, who won 2021 Offensive Player of the Year in the FGCL.
Surprisingly.
Yeah. Everyone thought she'd get defensive, and I said, surprise. She actually hit 450. We're going to give her that. Calissa Coates out of Towson takes the first pitch outside for ball one.
I joke. Best years of my career. We're in the FGCL.
We're in the FGCL. Well, you played for your boss.
Yeah.
Coates yesterday was 0 for 3. And quickly 2-0. Yes, if you don't know who Devin Flaherty is, it's shame on you. But, you know, ended my season in 2021 at the World Series. Played at Florida State. Won a lot of awards there. This could be weird. Nope, foul ball. Won awards in the FGCL. Now an assistant at Florida Gulf Coast.
FGCL is the place to be.
Sorry, say that a little louder.
FGCL is the place to be.
Thank you, Devin.
Best offensive years come after the FGCL.
Your check is in the mail. Coach Jam, 2-2. See, this is what happens, people, when I ask for tweets and you don't send them in. Now we have to coerce coaches and FGCL alums to come up here and talk to me so I don't get lonely and go insane. 2-2 is away, full count. Dockery, speaking of Florida State Seminoles, part of the, as I mentioned earlier, long lineage of freshmen who redshirted their first year and then came to the FGCL to get some experience, and the longer lineage of various Noles. Slow roller. Easier play at short. And a nice job by Sepsic for out number 2.
Did I start that lineage?
I believe, Devin, you were the first Nole here. And, like, we've had, even, you know, Noles who stayed and who left. Like, you know, shout out to Jay Beecham, who just announced she's going to Oklahoma State, but that was one of the best hitters we've ever seen in the league.
Yep.
Edenfield.
Wait, that was enough.
Yeah. It's on our Instagram. No one had heard of Michaela Edenfield until she came here and hit 15 tanks.
At Miss Sarasota.
That's right. 180, but, you know. She had more than Haley Lee. 0-2 on...
Oh, yeah, Haley and I, yeah.
0-2 on Sammy Lindhair.
We had the best team my first year that never won. Sarah Vanderford, best hitter I've ever seen. And we couldn't do it.
We could... We'll wait for the 0-2, and then we'll rehash 2020. Lindhair yesterday was 0 for 3. The Akron product swings and misses. And that's the end of the inning. And you know what? For the first time this summer, we're going to stay between innings and rehash history with Devin Flaherty after the strikeout. Ends the inning. We'll go to the third. 2-0 impact. Queens coming up to hit. All right, Devin. Was it the 20? Was Vanderford on the 20 team or the 21 team? The Lynx.
21.
This was the now defunct Lynx. It had Devin Flaherty, all ACC. Were you all American? You were all region a lot.
All region, all ACC.
Okay, Haley Lee. I know she was an All American.
Yes, she was.
Sarah Vanderford was the Sun Belt Player of the Year.
Yep. Best hitter I've ever been around.
There were more.
There was more. Lauren Hobbs, Ashley
Yes,
Likens.
Hobbsy, who was Sun Belt or A-Sun Pitcher of the Year, I think. Ashley Likens was Southern Conference Player of the Year.
Yep. She was up there.
And y'all's winning percentage over the 2 years was like 35?
Maybe. Maybe.
And Fico got a job out of that?
Yeah. And then Fico left us halfway through the second year for her first job. Her first D1 job. Hey, we did have fun, though. We had fun, and we're still friends. And that's what the FGCL is about. And we went on and all had really good years that year.
That's true.
We just couldn't put it together.
I don't like that Ashley's walking over here. Are you about to tell me subs? Yeah. All right, we're going to take a break. Be right back. (10-1-2) due up for the Queens here in the third inning. Bunsick still in the circle, and a first pitch ball. So it's Ashlyn Van Meter and then Cassie Sakuro who's checked in. Let's talk about Ashlyn for just a moment, the extra hitter. Good take right there. Ashlyn Van Meter, sophomore last year for Arkansas Rich Mountain out of Brock, Texas. And I appreciate who she loves to watch. We asked that question. Who do you love to watch? Active, college players, pro players. She listed 3. Tough play. She's going to beat it out. Infield single for Van Meter. And a good start to the third inning. Here were the 3. Devin's still here, by the way. You can comment on it. Kirsten Roos from Georgia. Katie Stewart from Texas. Jenna Young from Alabama. 3 very different players.
Yeah.
You know what that tells me? Softball fan.
Yeah.
Likes softball.
Likes to watch all different type of players. And the SEC.
Well, it just means more, Devin.
Oh, on that note.
Are you about to dip?
I'm out of here.
All right.
Now my boss is calling me.
Okay. Lindsay Fico?
Yep.
Okay. Tell Fico I said hi.
I will. Bye.
Devin Flaherty, everybody. Cassie Sakuro getting her first at-bat of the game. And a 2-0 count. Sakuro yesterday was 0 for 3 with a run scored. Player out of McNeese. Freshman last year from Alexandria, Louisiana. And this is trouble. That'll find the grass. Good diving stop. Out in center field by Towery, but couldn't quite get there in time. Back-to-back singles, and that sets up the Queens with Gwen Hall. Ground out in the first for Hall. And a strike from Bunsick. Bree Bunsick, by the way, has kind of lost that efficiency just a little bit. Balls and strikes not super far apart, not super even either. 21 strikes, 15 balls. This is pitch 37. That's in the dirt. Beg your pardon, that was pitch 38. Gwen Hall had 3 RBIs and a home run yesterday. But down 1-2. And by the way, on deck is Rayleigh McKinney, one of the most heavily accoladed hitters here in the FGCL. That's popped foul. Bunsick looking for an out. Gwyn Hall looking for runs. That's out to left center, and that is caught right up against the fence, and both runners hold. Robertson tracked it down. That looked for all the world like it was going to find a gap, if not leave the yard. And needed 3 more feet instead. It's out number 1. And here is McKinney. Fly out to right her first time up. The reigning Sun Conference Player of the Year. Junior last year for Southeastern University. An NAIA All-American. Last season in her college year, McKinney hit .458 with 67 RBIs, 13 homers, and 20 doubles. Last summer in the FGCL, she hit .375 for the Sea Cows with 5 RBIs, a homer, a triple, and 3 doubles. Brandon, Mississippi native. Trying to get the Queens on the board. That's straight up the chute. Will it stay in play? No. It lands on the tent. 0-2. Best hitter for the Queens. Trying to cash in on this chance. The 0-2 on the ground. The throw to first is in time. Good job by Chisholm. Both runners move up, 2 away. So 2 in scoring position for a new hitter, Keegan Mayhew. Mayhew this past year, the Big East Freshman of the Year at Creighton. Hitting for Hope Jordan here in the 4 spot. Texas native, who last year had 53 RBIs and 13 home runs. Bunsick trying to work out of another jam. Called strike there. Toasty day here at Palmasola, but the wind, which was not there earlier today, quite frankly, is kind of providing a nice little reprieve. Plus, I've got my tea, my energy tea. I'm intrigued. And the 2-2 to Mayhew. Full count. This will be pitch 50 for Bunsick. Trying to dance out of danger yet again. The payoff to Keegan Mayhew. Ooh. Uh-oh. Right off the top of a car. That did not... It didn't sound like a broken window, so that's good. Sounded like a thud. They'll go get the ball, and God bless whoever parked there. You know the deal when you park this close. 2 fields going. We rage on. Got her. Bunsick gets her to chase the rise, and once again, more runners left stranded in scoring position by the Queens. They've left 5 on through 3, and the Impact leads by 2 going to the home half. New pitcher in the ballgame here in the bottom of the 3rd, and it is Sophia Spangler out of Pasco Hernando. Spangler yesterday, 1 inning, no hits, no runs, no walks, and a strikeout. Sophomore this past year out of Hudson, Florida. 5.61 ERA in college, 102 innings, 8-9 record. First batter she faces is Kaylin Boring, who fouls it off, 0-1. It's Boring out of Southern University. And then the top of the order, Robertson and Bunsick. 2-0 Impact. This game is, I mean, we're about to hit an hour on the air. It's been low scoring, but not really a pitcher's duel. A lot of base runners for both sides. A lot of lengthy at-bats. Boring, 0 for 2 so far this summer. Easy take there, 1-2. Dockery exits after 2 innings, 2 hits, 2 runs, both earned, 2 walks, and 2 strikeouts. 42 pitches, 27 strikes for the Florida State Seminole. Boring got out in front of that one. And a swing and a miss. Good start for Spangler, 1 down. Back to the top of the order with Robertson, who struck out looking in the first. Bunted foul, 0-2. Emma Robertson out of Winthrop. Comes from a sports family. Uncle played baseball at Lincoln Memorial. Cousin plays baseball at Northwestern. She was a junior last year. Calls Moncks Corner, South Carolina home. Two and two. And a strikeout. Nice start for Spangler. Back-to-back Ks. Bunsick out to left field, and moving in to make the grab is Gwen Hall. That was fast. We're through 3. 2-0 Impact over the Queens. Here in the fourth, the Queens trail by 2, 5, 6, 7. Davison, Sepsic, and Metz facing Brini Buncic. I've been told by Coach Prangy, her final inning of work. 3 innings, 3 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 3 Ks, 53 pitches. Beg your pardon, this will be pitch 53. And Davison gets into it out to left, but the Park will hold it. 1 down. Pretty well struck, but it's been rare, honestly, today for balls to really fly, especially out to left field. Emery Ream will get her first at-bat of the game. She'll take strike 1. Ream is another under the Walters State umbrella. Yesterday was 0 for 1. One and two. Called strike 3. Buncic kind of turning back the clock to that first inning. This is efficient. 2 down. See what another Walter Stater, Eva Metz, can do. She walked in the second. It's ball 1. Just a bit low on that drop. Three and out. And there's ball 4, so things were moving quite well for Buncic until a 2-out, 4-pitch walk to bring up Sophia Spangler. Came in for Dockery in the circle. She'll stay in her place to hit. Spangler yesterday was 0 for 1. Queens looking to not leave another on base. 0-1. Spangler at Pasco Hernando did hit 252 and 19 RBIs, 333 OBP, 3 triples. Held off. One. Right off the hands, 1 and 2. It's going to be a tough play for Coates. And there's not much she can do. Infield single. Puts 2 on, 2 out. Spangler's aboard. 8-hole has a pair of hits today. And Jordan Marola will look to cash in on another chance with the runner in scoring position. Struck out in the second with the bases loaded. Opportunity here in the fourth to pass the baton to Van Meter, who's already singled in this game. Oh, 1. Roll another one from Pasco Hernando. Looking for a new home. Dad played college baseball at UAB in Birmingham, my hometown. Sure the Marolas are tuned in now on the 0-2. It's a good stop, 1 and 2. For whatever reason, in pretty much all these innings, outside of the third and the first, really just the second and the fourth, actually, for Buncic, it's been 2 quick outs, looking good, and then drama, traffic, trying to get out of it against Marola. Another foul ball. This will be pitch 70. Bree Buncic is hoping it's her final one of the game. And it just might be. Strikeout wraps up the top of the fourth. And we go to the home half. 7 left on by the Queens, and they miss another chance. And the Impact offense will come back up by a pair of runs. Bottom of the fourth for the Impact, heart of the order coming up. Chisholm, Russell, Towery, 3-4-5. So opportunity, because this is the part of the order that has done the most damage. Chisholm walked and scored in the first. Florida State Seminole taking on Sophia Spangler. Her second inning of relief work. Uh-oh. I think that one might have slipped. Three and oh. Three and one. Coach Mike has entered the chat over in the first base coaching box. He was one of the OGs, one of the first head coaches in Impact history. Fair ball down the third base line. Chisholm's thinking two. She'll reach it. How about a double for Harley Chisholm, continuing to swing a hot bat. Good start here in the inning for the Impact. Third hit of the ball game. First hit since the first inning. Now opportunities for Autumn Russell, who walked earlier. That's down the right field line. That's going to slice foul. Out towards right. Wind is pushing it back in. Look out. That's a fair ball. Chisholm will round third. She'll head for home. Russell stays at second. Another run for the Impact on the RBI double by Autumn Russell. Great base running by Chisholm, too, reading immediately that there was drama in right. McKinney was doing everything she could, but the wind pulled it back in. And now you've got Towery, who had the 2 RBI single earlier. Called strike. Another one, 1-2. And that's in the dirt. Russell scoots over to third, 2-2 now. Another run just 60 feet away. After the wild pitch by Spangler, if you're scoring at home. That one right in the dirt. There's a pretty good block by the new catcher, Metz. Now Towery stays alive on the foul ball. Still nobody out, by the way. Chance for a big inning for the Impact. Towery, a miss hit, and a big unproductive out. sending up Mackenzie Smith, who flew out to right in the first inning. Show bunt, pulled it back. It was outside, 1 out. Indian River State College. As mentioned, Smith is currently on the prowl for a new home. Minnesota native. And I loved in her answer about who she looked up to growing up, she pulled out Sam Mackin, who was part of that great Minnesota team that was #1 in the polls but had to go to Tuscaloosa for regionals in 2017. Sam Mackin was such a big part of what that program was doing at the time. You see a lot of the usual suspects and they looked up to or loves to watch, but I really enjoy when there's kind of a deep cut. I'm sure there's some connection with Smith being from Minnesota. That's pop foul. A little surprised how far over Ream is on the left side. And I know Smith is a slapper, but it's a lot of room. Now she's pulled a little bit closer to the bag after being pretty tight. Called strike 3. This is really good stuff from Spangler. After giving up the lead, a foul out and a backwards K to bring up Jayla Mitchell. Mitchell lined out to second in the second. Memphis Tiger, who's looking for a new home. Wesley Chapel, Florida native. Certainly don't want to leave that runner stranded at third. That's been the death knell for the Queens so far today. Impact's done a nice job getting in a lot of the base runners. And Mitchell will indeed bring in another run. Single up the middle, 4-0 here in the fourth. Third hit of the inning, 4-0. And now Calissa Coates. Strike 1 from her, or I should say to her. Coates grounded out in the second inning. And now down 0-2. And a strikeout to wrap it up. That's a good job by Spangler. Making quick work of Coates. And the side is retired. A couple runs do come in for the Impact. They've got a 4-run lead after 4. And a pitching change imminent. We'll tell you who it is on the other side. Infield single to start off the fifth. I was switching seats. Apologies. And Ashlyn Van Meter greets our new pitcher with a base hit. That new pitcher is Natalie Snowden. Snowden out of Florida Southern College. Coming in for Bunsick. Now back to the top of the order with Cassidy Sakuro, who singled in the third. That's fouled away. 1-1. A couple subs for the Impact. They've moved Coates to first, Boring to second. Cam Nolte is now catching, and Bree Santangelo is out and left. 2-1. Back up the middle. Sakuro's second hit today. Hold for Van Meter at second base, and yet again, the Queens have 2 on, nobody out. Now it would be a good time to let you know about Bree Bunsick and what she did as she exits the game. She's playing short now, but in the circle, Bunsick went 4 innings. Four hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 5 strikeouts. 70 pitches and 44 strikes. First pitch ball to Gwyn Hall, who's 0 for 2. Trying to turn the tide for the Queens. Oh no, the throw to second got away, and that'll bring in a run. Queens get on the board, 2 in scoring position, nobody out on what was a good idea. And it's 4-1 for Rayleigh McKinney. McKinney down the first base line. They'll throw home. 1 out, but another run. It's 4-2. And now a first pitch ball to Keegan Mayhew. All right, I think we've got everything sorted out after the RBI groundout makes it 2-4, or I should say 4-2. Not going to be that guy. He says the losing teams score first. Mayhew fouls that away. Keegan Mayhew struck out in a big situation in the third, but now a swing of the bat would tie this thing up in the 5th inning. And she's going to not tie it up, but she will get the Queens closer. RBI single. Hall comes in to score. It's 4-3 Impact. And Dockery is going to come back in and hit for Davison. That's heading foul. Dockery today is 1 for 1. And she's going to find a gap. Mayhew goes first to third, and then the throw gets away. This game is tied. In the blink of an eye, we're all square at 4 here in the 5th. This has not been the clean inning that Natalie Snowden, I'm sure, was hoping for. It's a single, no RBI, an error allowed Mayhew to come in and score. Ball 1 to Ream. Emery Ream struck out looking in the 6th. Another one just outside. 2-0. This game following a very similar script to yesterday for the Impact. Tough play for Chisholm, and another error in this inning. I beg your pardon, Bunsick, who's now over at short. Dockery stayed at second, 2 on, 1 out. And now it's Ava Metz. Metz has not had an official at-bat, walked twice. A 3-error inning. Down the line, base hit. The Queens are going to have the lead. Dockery will come in to score, and it's 5-4. RBI single for Metz. And wow, it is unraveled very quickly, out of nowhere. Metz having a good day. She's now reached thrice, and with that RBI, she's given her team the lead. Let's see what Sophia Spangler can do. Singled in her lone at-bat so far. 9 hits now for the Queens. 5 runs, 9 hits, no errors, 7 left on. This has been a 3-error inning for the Impact. Strike 1. Runner goes. Safe at second. And a stolen base for Mets. And that one gets all the way back. Play at the plate, and she's safe. 6-4 Queens, maybe a little hesitancy. And the inning just keeps going. Now 1-2 count on Spangler. And there's the strikeout by Snowden. First pitch ball. Yeah, it's taking us a minute to get all the scoring because it's been a weird inning. First pitch ball to Jordan Marola. Marola on the ground to first. Race to the bag is won by Coates, and that'll wrap up a complicated inning for the Impact. A 6 spot for the Queens, and in no time at all, they go from down 4-0 to up 6-4. Now the Impact will need to put some at-bats together as we head to the bottom of the 5th here on Field 2. Well, this game is turned. Impact, they're only down 2, but man, it really feels like they've let another one slip, and they've still got 9 outs to work with. 9-10-1 against a new pitcher, Emery Ream. Uh-oh, and that's a hit by pitch to start it off. Sammy Lindhair gets plunked. Emery Ream has moved in from short. Now Lindhair has reached once after striking out earlier. Kalen Boring struck out back in the third. Ball one. Ream enters for Sophia Spangler, who is now out in the outfield. Spangler went 2 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs, both earned, no walks, and 4 strikeouts. Boring looking for the gap, and she's going to find it all the way to the fence. Lynn Hare stops at third, 2 in scoring position, and looky here, looky here. The tying run is in scoring position already here in the bottom of the 5th. It's a good piece of hitting. Boring just ran right into it. It found the gap. Emery Ream already up against it very quickly. Top of the order, but a new hitter. Bree Santangelo. That one goes high. Santangelo out of Columbia. Let's get her stats up from yesterday. That's lifted to left. This could score a run if it's caught. It's not. 1-1. Santangelo yesterday was 1 for 2 with a single and a strikeout. One and two. Those other moves for the Queens. Sakuro's now at third. McKinney at second. And Spangler's in right field. That changeup is fouled. That thing is coming in at barely the speed limit from Ream. I mean, that is very slow. It's got to be maybe 40, maybe. Santangelo out to right. A run will come in. Boring had to hold in case it was caught, but an RBI single for Santangelo, and it's 6-5. Now first pitch ball to Brini Bunsick. 1 for 2, single and a run scored, fly out in the third. It just feels like, I mean, it's amazing we're just in the bottom of the 5th. Bunsick, caught! Big first out. Yeah, nice job making the diving grab. Now the third baseman, Sakuro, just moved over there. Now Harley Chisholm. That's too high. Two and one on Chisholm. Runners on the corners. 1 out. Chisholm today. A walk, a double, and 2 runs. This is in the air to right. And that's a double play. Well, that was odd. All right, innings over. This game is kind of showing us a little bit of everything. Tough base running mistake by Santangelo. And the side is retired. 1 run does come in, though, and the Impact will look to put a 0 on the board themselves as we go to the 6th. 6-5 Queens. To the 6th, the Queens lead 6-5. This game has been weird and kind of long. Ashlyn Van Meters had a good day. 10-1-2 due up. Two for two, pair of singles and a run scored. It's 10-1-2. Van Meter, Fox, who's re-entering, and Hall. And Van Meter's 3 for 3. How about that kind of production from the bottom of the order? Second straight inning, she started things off with a single. Now back to Lauren Fox, who struck out in her lone at-bat so far. Bunts it. Perfectly placed, though to first is in time. Sacrifice executed. So Van Meter's on second for Gwen Hall. After Lauren Fox does her job. Gwen Hall takes strike one. Hall is 0 for 3. Ground out, fly out, reached on a fielder's choice, and scored in the 5th. And there's the first hit of the day for her. Van Meter races around third, and she'll come in to score. It's 7-5 Queens, and after the RBI single, Hall advances to second on the throw. It looks like we're going to see a pitching change for the Impact. We'll step aside for just a moment and put all the stats, let you know who's pitching. 7-5 Queens, top 6. New pitcher for the Impact is the lefty freshman last year out of Florida State, Marley Gaskell, who had a complicated statistical opening day. She was great in her start when 4 innings, gave up 1 hit, but in relief struggled. And so overall, it's an 8.33 ERA, 4 2/3, 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned, 1 walk, and 9 strikeouts. Those 9 Ks came in her 4 innings of start work. Snowden goes an inning and a third, 7 hits, 7 runs, 6 earned, no walks, and a strikeout, 32 pitches, 22 strikes. And Rayleigh McKinney is 0 for 3 and due as all heck. Does have an RBI. Ball 1. Rayleigh McKinney to center field, and Rayleigh McKinney has it off the top of the fence. Chance at the plate. The throw was a little late. And McKinney has the RBI double to make it 8-5. Not sure why Gwen Hall held up. Kind of made that a little complicated. If they'd gone straight home, they might have had a chance. But it's 8-5 Queens now. And McKinney trades places with Hall. And now first pitch strike to Keegan Mayhew. Gaskell trying to get out of trouble, give her team a shot. Quickly 0-2 on Mayhew. That one got away. It's a wild pitch by Gaskell. McKinney's on third. Still just the one out. And a 2-2 count on Mayhew. Gaskell looking for the out. And there you go. Called strike 3 on the changeup. Massive to keep McKinney at third. Now back to Avery Dockery. He's had a good day. 2 for 2. Runs scored as well. Florida State teammates facing off. Would be massive for Gaskell if she's found that changeup. That was one of her best pitches yesterday. Impact fell 12-5 to the slice. Two 2-1. Nice pitch. Inner half, 2-2. Gaskell needs this out. Impact teetering. Queens have been hot. Dockery sends that into foul ground, and the wind, man, it just shuts it down. That looked for all the world off the bat like it was perfect positioning in right field for Smith, and ended up having to try and dive in foul ground. That'll get through. Another run, another RBI for the middle of the order. And another hit for Dockery. 9-5 Queens. 3 for 3 day. Goodness. As McKinney comes in to score. First pitch strike to Emery Ream. Ream is 0 for 2. Backwards K. Reached on an error and scored. Those errors, man. That 3-error 5th inning. Looming extremely large for the Impact. Held off. Did not go. They check with Kyle. Full count. Called strike 3. Runner was going, doesn't matter. And the strikeout by Gaskell ends the frame. But it's another busy frame. 3 runs for the Queens. And they built up a 4-run lead. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Impact offense needs to find a response. We'll see if they can do it on the other side. Ream back out in the circle. First pitch, swing and a miss for Cam Nolte, getting her first at-bat here in this game. Nolte had a double yesterday at a Florida Southern College. Changeup is low, 1-1. Nolte gets into it out to left, and a sliding grab is made. Nice job by Gwyn Hall. One away for Megan Towery. 1 for 2. 2 RBI single in the first. Foul out in the fourth. Off of the glove of Fox. And the first error of a day on the Queens. Towery stands on first base, and we'll see if the Impact can take advantage of a miscue, just like the Queens offense did a little earlier. Mackenzie Smith takes it in the dirt. Foul out, I beg your pardon, fly out, and a backwards K for Smith, 0 for 2. One and one. Two. High and tight, full count. Good job by Smith, working it. It's heading foul, and no one's going to get there. It's out of play anyway. If Smith can get on, you've got Mitchell waiting on deck, who's already got an RBI single today. I don't know. It still feels like there are a couple more twists and turns to go in this game that's now gone 2 hours and 6 minutes. I don't know what it is about the last game of the day on these fields. Ball 4. And it's still squirting around down there. Smith does indeed reach base. 2 on, 1 out. And here's Jalen Mitchell. Line out him a second RBI single in the 4th. Opportunity in the 6th to at least get her team closer, if not keep passing the baton and truly get something going. No reason to go after that pitch. It was in the dirt, 1-0. (9-5) Queens, but the tying run for the Impact is on deck. Mitchell laid into it, but foul. Through the left side. Towery holds. They're loaded. The tying run will come to the plate with 1 out. This couldn't have gone better for Ashley Prangy in the Impact. They've got him juiced. They've got Calissa Coates up, who's 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout. See which pitch she decides to hunt from Ream. Waits for the change and smokes it. We are tied. Coates with the granny. Even at 9 here in the bottom of the 6th. Wow. Didn't we just say something about more twists and turns a-coming? Did we not? Goodness gracious. And a new pitcher is coming in for the Queens. Might as well. It's a brand new ball game. Ream exits, tied up at 9. Bottom 6, 1 out. We'll step aside for just a moment. The new pitcher for the Queens is Belle Rosales out of Eastern Florida State. And she comes in with a brand new ball game, 9-9 here in the bottom of the 6th. Rosales, freshman last year out of Altamont Springs, Florida. 2.16 ERA. Had a great freshman season, 14-3 record. Coming in to try and finish off this inning after the grand slam by Calissa Coates. Sammy Lindhair takes strike 1. Lindhair 0 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run. That's in the air to left. New left fielder is McKinney. 2 down. Two away for Boring. 1 for 2. A strikeout and a double. Jam job there. 0-1. Ream went an inning and a third, 4 hits, 5 runs, 4 earned. That might change. 1 walk in, no strikeouts. Quickly 0-2. This game, man. Fouled off again. Queens with 9 runs on 13 hits, 1 error, 9 left. Impact 9 runs, 9 hits, 4 errors, 3 left on. Rosales trying to get out of it, get us to the 7th, but Boring continues to battle. Exactly what you want to see. The 10 hole has been productive all over the place. Van Meter for the Queens is 3 for 3. Boring's 1 for 2 with a double. It's pretty good for the bottom of the order. Trying to turn it. Santangelo waits on deck. Got her to chase upstairs. But the damage is most certainly done. The grand slam by Coates has tied this game at 9, go into the 7th. What do the Queens have in store? Well, they'll have the 7-8-9 portion of the order due up against Gaskell on the other side. Well, after all the hemming and hawing, here we are in the 7th, tied up. Ava Metz, Sophia Spangler, and Jordan Marola due up for the Queens against Gaskell, who's quickly up 0-2. Tied up at 9, top 7. Ava Metz today is 1 for 1. With I think an RBI, if I can read my handwriting, and a couple walks. But a strikeout now. Gaskell fools her, and very quickly there's one down. The Impact will look to walk it off with the top of the order due up if this game stays tied. Spangler, swinging bunt. Gaskell will have to flip, and she'll do it in time on the first pitch of the at-bat. And this is moving quite quickly. 2 down in the inning for Jordan Marola, who's 0 for 3, pair of strikeouts and a ground out. She can reach. You've got Van Meter waiting on deck, who's 3 for 3 in this game. The Queens have scored 9 but left 9. That's the thing, that if they don't find a way to score here or fall in this game, that's the thing they're going to be thinking about. The missed opportunities. 3 left on in the second, 2 in the third. A lot of it was against Buncic, honestly. That's a credit to her for getting out of those sticky situations. Another foul ball. Change up. Let's see. 0-2. Nope. Final game everywhere. Looks like field 1 is done. We're still cooking here on field 2. We'll be back Monday with college games. Marola hanging tough against Gaskell, the FSU rising redshirt freshman. Still fighting. The Pasco Hernando former player looking for a new home now. Trying to get on base, so there's an opportunity for Van Meter, who's on deck, to bring her home. Just high. This is a really good at-bat. Wow. It's a 9-9 ball game. And yes, there was a grand slam in the last inning, but the plate appearance of the day might be Jordan Marola, who just fought back from 0-2, fouled off a bunch of pitches, and gets the go-ahead run on base. Setting up Ashlyn Van Meter, who's 3 for 3 with 3 singles and 2 runs scored. Pass ball. We'll send Marola to second. One and two. That's out of play. It's been a laborious inning for Gaskell since those quick first 2 outs. Van Meter trying to bring in Marola, who waits on second. Check swing foul. Van Meter blooped in to the infield, and the catch is made, running in from short by Buncic to set up the chance. Top of the order due up for the impact. They'll try to walk it off when we come back. All right, this is the dream scenario for the Impact. The Coates Grand Slam tied the game in the 6th, and now you've got the top of the order due up here in the 7th. Santangelo, Buncic, and Chisholm against Rosales back out in the circle. Tied up at 9, bottom 7. Santangelo, first pitch foul. Bree had an RBI single in the 5th, then got doubled up on a base running miscue. But if one of these two can get on for Chisholm, you'll feel really great. Chisholm set the ball fairly well today. Bell Rosales. Pitcher number 4 today for the Queens. It was Dockery, then Spangler, then Ream. Now Rosales trying to send this one to extras. Santangelo gets into it. This could be trouble, and it's all the way off the base of the fence. A leadoff double, and the Impact has the winning run in scoring position. And and Maddie Parker will come in and pinch hit right here. Hitting for Buncic. I thought maybe you would think, all right, let's have Buncic come in and try and lay something down. But instead they're going to go with Parker, who's got some pop. Here we go. Winning run on second. Strike one. Parker had a home run yesterday for the Impact. The UCF Knight. Down 0-2. Foul ball. Uh-oh. Everybody's good. There's Van Meter getting her teammates to chuckle a little bit on the effort. Swing and a miss. Rosales strikes out Parker. And most importantly, Santangelo's still at second. Can Harley Chisholm be the one? Called strike. Chisholm today walked and scored in the first, doubled and scored in the fourth, and flew into a double play in the fifth. Winning run on second, tied at 9, bottom 7. 0-2. It was a changeup, so not the hardest block, but a very important one by Hope Jordan to make sure Santangelo stays at second base. The 1-2 to Chisholm is down the line. Fair ball. Santangelo races for home, and Harley Chisholm walks it off. Back and forth they go, and it ends with a Chisholm RBI single down the line, and the Impact wins it 10-9. Wow. The Queens dropped to 1-1 on the summer. The Impact improve to 1-1. Just snuck it down the third base line. And the win goes to Marley Gaskell. The loss is handed to Bella Rosales. And that wraps it up. As the Impact pulls it off, they win it 10-9 over the Queens. These teams will be back in action on Monday. Pro game later on today, and we got to ship out and shut down to make sure we're all set for that. Final score again, Impact 10, Queens 9. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, everybody. We'll see you back on Monday for FGCL softball here in Bradenton, Florida.